Thank you. Roll call, please.
Counselor Armstrong?
Here.
Savage?
Here.
Mosby?
Here.
Shalata?
Here.
Tate?
Here.
Windorf?
Here.
Zadi?
Here.
Halter?
Here.
Mayor Demcher?
Here. Council, if you've had the opportunity to review the minutes of the City Council meeting of December 18th, 2018, you have no additions, deletions, or corrections in general. Entertain a motion for approval.
So moved, Your Honor.
We have a motion for approval. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion for approval and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show no opposed. Moving on to the presentation and proclamation section of our agenda. Tonight we have a presentation by Mr. Matt Stevens of Hope House Ministry. Welcome, Matt.
So my name is Matt Stevens. I'm with Hope House Ministries. We're a nonprofit 501c3 program. And we recently launched in North Rock Springs. And you should have some flyers there at your desk. The larger flyer has our mission statement on it. And we are a faith-based residential recovery program where men struggling with addictions can find hope, healing, and transformation through the power of God's word and relationship with God. So last year, 2017 rather, in the United States, over 70,000 people died from drugs and alcohol. And I talked to former Sheriff Mike Lowell recently, and he said that you guys had built a new jail and it's full to capacity already. And excuse me. I asked him how many people there were for drugs and alcohol-related crimes, and he said about 85%.
Really?
And so dealing with addiction is a problem not just for the addict, but for the spouse, the kids, and the community. So I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Teen Challenge, but they're a program that's been around for going on 70 years. And they've been successfully helping people with addictions since the 50s. And we are emulating their program here for people that struggle with addictions, and we hope to help the community.
Good. Thank you, Council. Any comments, questions? Savage.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, what is the Hope House? Is it a residential treatment? Is it
It is. It's a residential treatment. We also have a weekly class for people, females, teenagers, and so forth. Other people struggle with addiction that can't commit to a year-long program. However, it's our main ministry is dealing with men who struggle with addiction for a long time, and it's a live-in residential facility, highly structured, with accountability and.
okay? Great.
Question, how many residents will that support? So if it's a living.
At this point, we can do 4 to 8. And we are looking towards the future to maybe be able to support more, but at this point, that's our starting place.
Your Honor, I do have a question. Matt, so you are a 501c3
Correct.
funding.
We do a lot of fundraising. Most comes through private givers. We have a monthly mailer. We also do fundraisers.
Is there a charge to people who choose to join this program?
There's a minimal application fee. We do ask people if they can afford it to pay for some program fees as they go through, but we endeavor never to turn anybody away for lack of funds.
Thanks.
If you don't mind, our board member or would like to say something.
Sure.
I just wanted to kind of bring this closer to home because many of you know me. I'm a Rock Springs resident for 46 years. And drug and alcohol abuse has been very near and dear to my heart. As a matter of fact, I was in the mayor's office back in the early 90s begging for this community to focus on this issue. And it was kind of a new thing. And unfortunately, my son was lost the best years of his life to drug addiction and was on the streets for a while. And so it hits really close to home for me. I really do believe that Hope House may be our best opportunity in a while to really do something in this area. Yes, it is faith-based, so there are some restrictions on what the government part of the community can do, But definitely for this to have the resources to run, we are going to need individuals. We definitely already have many churches on board, and we will need community support. So I think that, as I said, this is our best opportunity at this moment. And Matt has the background to make this happen, and has the mentoring from a program that he was deeply involved in the Portland, Oregon area. And so I just hope that you'll all, ask more questions and really become involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I
Appreciate
do have one more question for either of you. So are you in any way affiliated with AA?
We're-
Because there are some similarities from what little I know about them.
there are some similarities. AA covers a wide range, so we're not associated with
You're
it.
just doing the men's focusing.
Yes. However, we do have a weekly class.
For others. Thanks again.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, just a comment for the folks in TV land. There's an email address on this flyer, hopehouseministries@hotmail.com. There's also a website, hopehouseministrieswyoming.org. Thanks.
All right, well, good luck. Appreciate you being in the community. Appreciate the services that you bring to the community. The community has their problems. So, all right, very good. Thank you very much. Moving on, council, we have a public hearing tonight. The public hearing on an application submitted by Bruce Macy to rezone a 1.383 tract located in Lot 8 of Section 22, Resurvey Township 19 North, more generally known as located abutting the rear of Macy's Truck Repair, 925 Stagecoach Boulevard, Rock Springs, and we will act on this on ordinance 2019-01. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to speak for or against this particular issue? Seeing no one moving to the podium, that public hearing is closed. Moving on, council, to the petition section of our agenda. This is a section of our agenda when anybody can step forward to the podium and bring to our attention any issues or problems that you'd like to make us. Seeing no one moving to the podium, we will move on to officer and staff reports. Council, in your packets tonight, you had an Animal Control Monthly Report for November 2018. Are there any other officer or staff reports to come forward? Probably not. With that, I would entertain a motion, council, to approve that report and place it on file
So moved, Your Honor.
together. Council, we have a motion for approval. Do we have a second? We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show no opposed. Moving on, council, to council committee and board reports. In your package, you have the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board meeting minutes of October 11th, 2018. Are there any other council committee or board reports to come before the governing body tonight? Councilman Savage. I've a lot of something.
Well, I am a senator. Wow. Yeah,
Probably offended both of you, right?
Stith, Shalata,
I'm gonna have to come totally clean and thank you for all your hard work, your
thank you.
administration, for the last 8 years in this council. It's been a privilege and an honor to work with all of you. Very, very good. You showed us dignity, showed us integrity, your time on this council. I have to sum it up in 2 words. Mayor Dempster, your class. Thank you.
You're here.
Well, thank you for those, kind words. I appreciate it.
I just want to say thank you for the time.
Been through a lot. Look back.
Well, thank you. Thank you also, Councilman Zadi, for the kind words. Needed. Gonna try to say something at the meeting, I get a little more fast. Talk to Mr. Hasman tomorrow, but easier to do. So anyway, with that being said, council, I would entertain a motion to approve council committee and board reports, place them on file.
So moved, Your Honor.
We have a motion and, do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Let the record show no opposed. Moving on to bills and claims.
Your Honor,
Wendell.
I move to approve the bills and claims for January 2nd, 2019.
Council, we have a motion to approve bills and claims for January 2nd, 2019. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Record show no opposed.
Your Honor, I move to approve the salaries for December 21st, 2018.
Council, we have a motion to approve salaries for December 21st, 2018. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show no opposed. Moving on, council, to new business. We have one item for consideration tonight. It's a request from the Department of Engineering and Operations for permission to bid the water reclamation facility tank lining project. Council, what's your pleasure on that request?
This request.
We have a motion for approval. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion for approval and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Let the record show no opposed. Moving on to the resolutions section of our agenda. Council, we have two resolutions for consideration tonight. First being Resolution 2019-01.
A resolution authorizing Carl R. Dempster Jr. as mayor of the city of Rock Springs and Matthew L. McBurnett as city clerk of City of Rock Springs to execute an agreement for disbursement, receipt, and use of grant funds with the Sweetwater County Joint Travel.
Council, what's your pleasure on Resolution 2019-01? We have a motion for approval. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion for approval and a second. Roll call.
Counselor Savage,
Yes.
Mosby,
Yes.
Shalata,
Yes.
Tate, yes. Windor,
Yes.
Zadi, Halter,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Mayor Dempster.
Yes. Moving on, council, to our last resolution for consideration tonight, Resolution 2019-02.
A resolution authorizing Carl R. Dempster Jr. as mayor of the city of Rock Springs and Matthew L. McBurnett, city clerk of the city of Rock Springs, to execute an agreement for disbursement, receipt, and use of grant funds with the Sweetwater County Joint.
Council, what's your pleasure on Resolution 2019-02?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Mosby.
I move to approve Resolution 2019-0.
I have a motion for approval. Do we have a second?
Second?
Motion for approval and a second. Roll call, please.
Counselor Mosby,
Yes.
Shalata,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Windor,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Halter, Armstrong, Savage,
Yes.
Mayor Dempster.
Yes. Moving on, council, to the ordinance section of our agenda.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I wanted to put something about this. Mr. Lansing, I had a couple of people talk to me about rec center and the civic center being closed Monday and Tuesday for the holiday. And I was wondering, why couldn't we just leave the doors unlocked during those times? You know, unlock the doors that morning, just leave them until Wednesday.
Hunter,
Leave the
Savage,
keys.
I guess the first thing that comes. Potentially. Pure chaos, I would say. Yeah, I would.
I was thinking, we wouldn't pay the employee, but we could have, maybe they could take turns. They could go every 3 or 4 hours and just check and make sure everything's okay. Do it 10 minutes, go through like for 10 minutes.
With all due respect, I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, would you say that, I think it's a crown jewel of the indoor, but would you say it's a national treasure? The rec center and the civic center?
I don't know if it's a national, but it's a local trend.
Yeah.
Because this is exactly what's happening in Yellowstone. There's nobody there. Gates are open 24 hours a day for 2. And it just 76. Just these 2 things that we voted on for those. 76% of leisure travel hotel stays are people either coming or going to. Money that goes for that $7,000 for those tournaments potentially came from. It really concerns me, and I just wanted to, in a comical way, describe what's happening in Teton, and just something for you guys to chew on.
Good.
Doing for a long
Obviously,
time, Councilman.
People poach. They throw their trash in the mud pots. Even when there are people there, it's just we depend on Yellowstone for a lot of things, and it bothers me. Okay.
All right. You. All right. Moving on to the ordinance section of our agenda. Tonight, we have ordinance 2018-16 on third reading, so we will be taking action tonight. That being said,
Ordinance amending Articles 13.9 entitled Administrative Procedures, 16.8 entitled Improvement, 16 entitled Design Criteria of the Ordinances of the City of Rock Springs.
Council, what's your pleasure on ordinance 2018-16?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Wendorf.
I move to approve ordinance 2018-16.
Council, we have a motion to approve ordinance 2018-16. Have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call.
Counselor Shalata,
Yes.
Tate,
Yes.
Windorf,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Armstrong,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Mosby,
Yes.
Mayor Dimcher.
Yes. Council, one more ordinance for consideration tonight on first reading, ordinance 2019-01.
An ordinance amending the official zoning map of the City of Rock Springs from I-2 heavy industrial to I-1 light industrial for a parcel 383 acres located as hereby described in Lot 8 of Section 23, Survey Township, 19 north, 5 west of the 6th principal meridian of the City of Rock Springs, Sweetwater State.
Thank you. Just quickly before we close tonight, I just wanted to say, picking off on Councilman Zadi and Councilman Savage, I just wanted to say it's been a pleasure for these folks up here. Some of us have been here for a long time, seen the city change a lot, seen a lot of things happen in the city, very positive things. Said there, I think Councilman Zadi said it best. There are times when we would discuss an issue, problem, or a resolution. There were times when we did not always agree. That's what we're here for. All the personalities sum up, make up a governing body. But what I do feel very strongly is that when we came out of this council, after our discussions, after our votes, there is no doubt in my mind that what we decided here was betterment interest. So I'm very proud of that. And for the department heads, I wanted to thank you personally. We've had some very difficult times in the last 4 years. It would have been very easy for the budget committee to come out of our meeting and say, we're going to slash 35 positions out of this organization. We chose not to do that. We chose to put in place an attrition program, challenge the department heads, go back in and look at their budgets, gave your folks marvelous challenge to see what you could do in the recreation hall. You gave up considerable amount of money in your line items. Public safety gave up considerable amount of monies in our line items, but I still believe at this point, despite the fact we did make those cuts, we did implement the attrition where we ultimately took 22 positions out of this city. I believe this very deeply, that the citizens themselves do not believe saw much of an impact of our downturn. That's a compliment to department heads and your commitment, and to the people who work in each of your departments. They were working under different situations, under different requirements, but as I said, that's the path we chose, as opposed to me sitting down with Dave, anyone else over here, saying, you gotta get rid of the department, pick out who they are. And through that several times personally, my previous life, it's a gut-wrenching thing, very difficult thing. There's families apart. There's apart to people who are in management, have to implement that. So I believe that an attrition program is the way to go, and I think we came out of it in shape. I compliment you, kids, for the work you put in, accepting that challenge. Again, I counsel you, your service. Appreciate it. With that being said, the last time tonight, adjourned.